Welcome to the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation course. You are currently viewing the Sage CRM Sales Accreditation in Module 4, which is designed for marketing, sales, and implementation employees. This syllabus level is designed for candidates taking the CRM Sales Accreditation at Level 1. Delegates will gain knowledge of the Sage CRM proposition, its applicability to functional roles within typical businesses, and an ability to demonstrate the product to meet typical business needs. There are 4 modules at this syllabus level. Module 1 is all about understanding and articulating the proposition. Module 2 is all about understanding and profiling a prospect. Module 3 is understanding and using the Sage CRM collateral. And this module, Module 4, is all about demonstrating the standard Sage CRM features. This module is designed for people in functional roles such as marketing, sales, and implementation. Each topic in the module, of which there are 3 for Module 4, is made up of a video of approximately 20 minutes. Each topic contains information to build competence and confidence for people in those roles of marketing, sales, and implementation. Once you have completed each topic, and thus the module, you will understand the role that customer relationship management concepts play within a business, how to knowledgeably speak about and demonstrate competence in the translation of CRM capability for any business, and how to successfully articulate the Sage CRM value proposition. When you've completed the topics and you go to sit the exam, if you wish to gain certification, you will gain credits for this module. This video is about the following topic. It contains information specifically on using the standard Sage CRM product. When you've completed this topic, you can move on, assuming you've completed the first 2, and do your exam for this module. So let's make a start and talk about using the standard Sage CRM product. First of all, always remember the range of resources available to you via the Sage CRM community. Things such as third-party add-ons, components that can make your demo easier to build, more compelling, such as the ones I'm showing on the screen here. Also, be on the lookout for best practice guides. There are articles from Sage CRM and other people of tips and tricks they've learnt in building demonstrations to provide extra capability to save you building your own. And always remember too to check in with the local knowledge base to make sure if you do stumble across a particular issue that you're not sure of or seems to be presenting a problem, that it hasn't already been dealt with and solved. Tips and tricks articles, by the way, are very useful. There are a number of clever things you can do quite quickly to make a demonstration much more interesting, much more relevant, much more compelling. And I'd encourage you to look at some of these articles on the community. There's also sales type or commercial resources to help support your engagement, including articles from people about how to qualify, how to ask probing questions, how to present back your proposal in a compelling fashion, perhaps using financial tools such as return on investment. Always remember to check in with the community. Make sure that you're up to date with the latest resources to assist in both product design, but also the selling activity that supports your engagement. We'd encourage you as well to consider some of the presentation material itself available on the site to improve the quality of your pitch, to make sure that what you're showing is the latest but also uses high quality information and graphics to make your story more compelling and more professional. Second, make sure you become familiar with the demonstration setup of the product itself, the data that is shipped as demonstration data, the users within that, and our supporting scripts. In particular, the scripts that allow you, with the demonstration data and the users, to support an end-to-end narrative about how the product might be used in real life. Our aim with the script is not to suggest you use this for each and every demo, but to help you build your competence in understanding all the useful features in the product and the way to tell a good story around the product. You'll see an example there of the script on screen, and as I noted on the previous slide, it's not meant to be prescriptive. It provides an introduction to presenting the product effectively using the core functionality and product capabilities. It also covers some of the system administration functionality as well, if you're required to show that. We recommend you work through and understand the range of features, see how that logical demonstration narrative is developed, and build the competence using that. Obviously, you need to then factor in your specifics for the particular prospect and the requirements they need, and then decide if you can use any of this or how you might focus this demonstration script for your particular customer. The demonstration story, the script itself, focuses on users called Susan May, who's a sales manager for a company, and also their marketing person and their service person. It looks at Sage CRM through the eyes of employees across this company in different functional roles: sales, marketing, service, and management. Now, the running time for the script is around 45 to 60 minutes, though there are sections marked as optional depending on time restraints and obviously what the prospect needs. We believe this level of product demonstration competence is essential before embarking on configuring specific demonstrations. Recall previously our images of the entities in the system. The idea is you'll be able to take these and factor this in with your script to produce a very good story for your individual prospect demonstrations. Moving on to good sales demonstration guidance and tips and tricks. It's important to give a good demonstration because we have to be able to show that we understand a business's needs, that the software is flexible enough to evolve with their business. The software is also good value for money. And these are all important points when you create the story around the product and its applicability to your individual prospect. We're hoping to deal with a prospect and his internal, if not externally expressed, questions such as these. Am I making the right decision? Can I get my organization to use it? Is this good value for money? And you recall our many earlier topics on making a very strong financial case to deal with, hopefully, all of those questions presented on the screen. It's important with any product to know your audience. Who, what, where, and how. Have you obtained the name and function of each attendee at your demonstration? Have you determined who the decision maker is? Have you obviously understood the client's requirements? So it's good practice to get all this information as deep as you need to make a compelling demonstration. Potentially talk in advance to each attendee, maybe get their top 3 priorities, and understand the key buying motives of the people you are speaking to. Understanding their role and their motivations are key. I've reflected already on knowing the basic demo of the product. I've put this slide in to just really reinforce that. It is my strong belief that you need to have a very good grasp on the core demonstration, the standard demonstration, so that you can focus any future prospect demonstrations on speaking and understanding exactly to the prospect's need without having to scratch around and remember where a particular function exists or how to navigate a particular part of the product. Importantly, show only the parts of the product that are relevant to that client requirement. It's one thing to learn the demonstration and be very competent at it, but it's no good going through every piece of the product if only certain things are relevant to this customer. I appreciate that sounds like stating the obvious. However, I am still occasionally invited to demonstrations where people will present parts of the product that are just not relevant and are not paying any attention to the lack of engagement from the people attending the demonstration. So show only what's relevant to the client requirement, and obviously be sure you systematically address each attendee's top priorities. And the old demonstration mantra is just as true for Sage CRM as it is for many. Tell them what you're going to tell them at the beginning, tell them as part of the demonstration, and then tell them again at the end of the demonstration what you showed them, to reinforce the message, to reinforce both the functional activity you've shown them and the business benefit it is going to bring to their company. Questions are always something that come up in demonstrations. Handling questions is an important part of maintaining a good dialogue and also making people feel engaged and staying connected to your message and to your demonstration. So allow for that to happen, but make sure you manage the capture of the questions and the control of the demonstration. It's often good to have 2 people in the room, one to do one, capturing questions, and one to manage the demonstration. However, if you can't, you are a single operator, be sure you manage it well. I've seen very well-planned presentations go completely off beam because the presenter, the demonstrator, hasn't been able to both manage questions and keep on track and show the things that are important to the overall demonstration. Be sure as well that you agree next steps. Too many times I've seen a company and a partner or a person present a great demonstration and then leave with no real understanding from either side what's going to happen next. This is, after all, a sales engagement. It's important to keep the next steps running, keep the doors open for conversation. So ensure you understand, agree, and manage the pieces happening next in the buyer's cycle. And I think, personally, it's always good to leave a reminder, a relevant summary after you've left the meeting, particularly if your prospect is seeing more than one provider. Sometimes prospects will see 2, 3, 4 people and 4 lots of software in one day, and it can often muddle together. So it's important, I believe, to leave a relevant, pithy but catchy summary behind, a 1 or 2 pager that explains the value proposition, material easily available from us, and also maybe a quick summary of what you showed and why it mattered in business benefit terms. A very important leave behind that keeps you relevant and focused on the next steps. You've now reached the end of this topic of Module 4 of the Sales Accreditation at Level 1. This topic was all about how to speak knowledgeably and show the standard Sage CRM product. There'll be questions about this topic in the exam for the module. When you've completed all of the topics in this module, you can sit the exam, that's if you want to gain the certification, and gain credits for this module.